Our evolution is not an evolution of individuals. Our evolution is an evolution of community. That before there were multicellular organisms on this planet, there were only single cells. For billions of years, all there were just single cells carrying out their own lives. But what happened was the cells recognized that they could increase their survival by gaining more awareness. But awareness was the membrane. So how do you gain? Well, you can either make bigger and bigger cells, or you can take groups of cells, plug them together, and let their membrane share information.
Right, because a membrane will only hold so much and then it break apart.
Right. The keyboard is only so big.
Right, so you had, we hooked up with other cells.
To create a multicellular organism. So amoebas created us. But in reality, I am a bustling community of 50 trillion amoebas working in a community, sharing jobs and labor. Why? To create a living entity that will survive. Human beings, individual humans, each one of you, each one of us, is a cell in a larger community coming together to share awareness to create one living organism, and it would be called humanity. We are not humans until we create humanity. When we create humanity, which is when we all recognize that we're all cells in the same living organism and work in a coherent fashion, we have then created the next level of evolution. The evolution is not on the individual. We already have all the information capacity that we can't even deal with the amount we can deal with. But once we come together in community, the synergy of awareness that will be passed from one cell to the next would be the equivalent of taking a single amoeba and comparing that life of that single cell to my human body, which is a community of amoebas.
So is the internet a kind of next step in this community?
The internet is a definite evolutionary leap. It is the equivalent of the communication system by which all the cells of my body are coherent. So that we have an ability for all the cells in our new human body, the human organization, humanity, to communicate with each other and share information, which is why the cells came together in the first place.
So where are we going?
The biological evolution is fractal, meaning it has a very basic formula that reiterates itself over and over again. I'll give you an example. The cell of the human, the cell of the amoeba are essentially the same cell, same structure. But then you look at all the diversity of biology and you say, but they're all basically the same cells. So the fractal is the cell. And the chaos creates all the different organizations of cells, yet they're all still based on the same fundamental unit. But then the issue is this. The cell, when it got to a big enough community, recapitulated itself in a community called the multicellular organism. The human is a cell enlarged as a community. We are a cell. When
a community of cells.
We are a community, yeah, but the human then actually is a reiteration of a cell. Point, very simple. No matter how complex I am as a human, with all the functions that you ascribe to me, that there are no new functions in my human body that are not already present in a single cell. The human is a reiteration of a cell. Everything that I do, a cell already does. I mean, it's logical. How can I do something that a cell can't do? I'm cellular.
So now the community of humans are
a multicellular organization which comes together and makes a wholeness. Now, but here's the interesting part. It sort of like jumps like bootstrapping itself. One cell later becomes a human, which later becomes humanity. And when humanity is complete, the Earth as an organism completes its evolution. It's a living, breathing, pulsing Gaia. It is now complete. When it is complete, when the cell completed its evolution, what was its next level of recourse?
To hook up with other cells.
And when the human completed its evolution, what was it? To hook up with other humans. When the Earth completes its evolution, we are then at the level of a unity with a voice of unity that allows us to speak as a one, which will allow us to speak with other ones.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow. That's
well, we're on the process. We're